Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ali Murtado. I'm person in charge for socio-culture activities at the Indonesian Embassy in Doha, Qatar. This exhibition is part of the Qatar Indonesia Year of Culture 2023. The embassy is very happy to collaborate with Qatar Museum and also the National Museum of Qatar to have this beautiful and amazing exhibition. The exhibition mainly tells us about the history of coffee both in Indonesia and in Qatar. We are going to tell the audience that coffee has long history. It has bitter side. It has also sweet side of coffee. As an Indonesian embassy, we also want to make sure that from this exhibition, it can bring socio and economic impact for the cooperation between Indonesia and Qatar. I hope also from this exhibition, many people, many audience will be more interested in coming to Indonesia and experience the beautiful of Indonesia there.
Hello, my name is Dr. Marie-Pierre Soir. I'm working here at the National Museum of Qatar and I'm the project manager of the exhibition Growing Kopi, Drinking Gahwa, Stories of Coffee in Qatar and Indonesia. My background is actually pretty diverse. I'm an ethnomusicologist, so I study traditional music in Southeast Asia. So this exhibition was created for a Year of Culture 2023, Qatar and Indonesia. The idea is really to have this common theme between both countries because coffee is a very important plant for the history of Indonesia and the economy, of course, and the culture. And it's also culturally really meaningful and important here in Qatar as a drink. Also, there is a lot of important tradition related to hospitality here in Qatar. This exhibition is divided in 5 different sections. First, you have an introduction. It's called What is Coffee? And it explains what is coffee as a plant. I think many people drink coffee every day but don't really know that coffee is a bush. It has cherries, small red cherries coming from really cute white flowers that smell like jasmine. I think this is something that not a lot of people know. So we wanted to first introduce the plant itself and the different varieties that are used as a drink. The second section is growing and trading the coffee. So here we have a section about growing the coffee in Indonesia, the historical background, also the colonial background of coffee cultivation in Indonesia, the power imbalance that took place during the colonial time in Indonesia, and how Indonesian people were able to thrive from the colonial past and reappropriate coffee culture and now having it as an amazing economical and cultural element in the country. We also have an interesting part about coffee in the Arab world, explaining the origin of coffee and the cultural importance of coffee in the region. Coming out of this section, we have a piece of work from Gegaboyo, a collective of artists from Indonesia. It's called Bloom in Agony. It's made of 12 panels made of batik, and it also represents the view of young contemporary artists from Indonesia on coffee culture in today's Indonesia. After this, we have the third section. It is brewing and roasting the coffee, so it's really the process of the coffee. That section is more playful, so we have a station where visitors can smell different roasts of coffee, from a lighter roast to the darker roast, and then we have also a section with spices that are added into coffee in Qatar and Indonesia. Of course, Indonesia is really famous for all of the spices, and the visitor really enjoy smelling and then guessing which spice is used in which coffee in which part of Indonesia or in Qatar. After that part, we have a part related to serving and drinking coffee. So that is more the tradition of hospitality and how coffee brings us together. So we have a very interesting installation, a circular installation, a 360 room, where we have immersive experience of Philosophy Coffee, which is a coffee shop in Jakarta. Really, really cool place. I was able to go to that coffee shop a year ago, and I really wanted the visitor to have this experience of sitting in the street of Jakarta, seeing all the motorbike parking on the side, the street moving, and then people going into the cafe to have like a super nice drink. So it's a very nice immersive experience, and I think visitors really feel like they are on the street of Jakarta. We have also a very nice movie that was created with local Qatari teenager, and it's a fiction, a short fiction that actually teach visitor about the etiquette of serving qahwa, because it's a very complex etiquette serving qahwa in the majlis, and it's a really nice work that was done here at the museum with local teenager. The last section is coffee and creativity, and here I really wanted to have other cultural aspects that are related to coffee, but that are not just growing coffee or drinking coffee. So, for example, we have Wayang Topeng Malangan section showing the masks of the dance that is traditionally performed during after the harvest in coffee plantation, to show also to the visitor other aspects of Indonesian culture, such as the performing art, the dance, the music, because there is a gamelan ensemble, so we have a short video showing the music. As an ethnomusicologist, I really wanted to have a musical and a dance part in the exhibition. We also have amazing batik, the fabric of Indonesia, of course, are really famous, and we have artwork from an Indonesian artist showing coffee motif, old batik and then new batik also, and we have also a contribution from Qatari young artists that we put in parallel with Indonesian artists, so we really have a nice dialogue between artists of Qatar and Indonesia, showing that coffee really brings us together. The last part are showing also entrepreneur of Qatar related to coffee.
We really enjoyed this exhibition. There are so many things to look at, to smell, to touch, nothing to taste, which I'm disappointed about, but it's been amazing. We feel like we've been in a coffee shop here in Qatar and also in Indonesia. It's been really fun.
It's fun because it's so interactive. You can actually do so many things. Not taste, but touch and smell and see. I love seeing the spices, and I love seeing all the art that goes along with the coffee.
I loved this museum. It's pretty nice discovering all the way cafes are roasted, where it comes from. Really liked it.
Well, she said everything. I find it really interesting, and I really like this museum, and it explains well all the history of the coffee in the Arab Peninsula, in Indonesia, and in all other parts of the world. And I liked it a lot. Congratulations.
This exhibition, I think we had a really great cooperation between Qatar and Indonesia, of course, particularly through the Indonesian embassy in Qatar. It was really a pleasure to work with the whole team of the embassy, Coffee in Qatar and Indonesia, and it's really this cooperation. So it's not just drinking coffee together, it's really making this exhibition together. Without this cooperation, it would not have been possible, because it was a really complex project. We had objects coming from National Museum of Indonesia, but also other smaller museums, the Batik Museum, Multatuli Museum. It's always difficult to make objects come from abroad, and it was really a good cooperation. And without this cooperation and help and community, we would not have been able to make this exhibition. We even had help from Indonesian in Qatar who loaned some objects, did some performances, so it was really a communal work that gave this amazing exhibition.